Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another iconic Masters draft here on Big Derf Gaming. A bit of a break since my last video because Thanksgiving sort of ran me over, but we're back. Uh, I didn't get to record, but I've got to watch some streams and stuff. Got a better feel for the format in general. Uh, my aggro read on it was definitely off. Like, these aggro cards are strong, but there's so much good defensive stuff and late game stuff that it's just not what we want to be doing. Anyway, obviously, this is a fandom draft, so I think Thoughtseize is fine, but I don't know if I want to first pick it. Much happy to first pick Draconic Roar. If that's where I end up. Illusory Angels seem fine, but that's probably good in the red blue spells though too. But now Draconic Roar is probably a better pick. Also good in the red blue spells, but just also good. We end up like red black or bubbles. Interesting. I don't know where I value that in this format. Oh! Well, we already have a red card. Yeah, past the channel. What? 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 What uncommon were you like, I'm gonna take this over channel? If not just for the upside, fun on channel. Like, obviously we're playing channel and we're looking for X spells. Guardian Idol probably going to be good. That theoretical deck. Agus doesn't seem great. We probably want. I don't know if we really want much favoritism. Well, who knows. Uh, Dragon Egg also good. Kind of, can be the works towards getting defenders for the defender deck. I think we're gonna take the idol though. I think if we end up like, kind of rampy and green or whatnot, we'll figure it out. Channeling for a repeal doesn't feel like the kind of expel combo we're looking for. Arctic is also powerful, but not where we are really. Not willing to give up on the channel to go into that. That's another like powerful build around effect, but like that's multiple colors too, and I don't really want the Johnny offshoot, and nothing in any of the other colors was like super sick. Ooh. See, now this seems fun. Can't really channel into it, but it if we're going something like in a defensive deck where we're playing channel, like if we're green blue walls, so they pick up all these offshoots, and we like splash like a channel and a fireball or something. Well, I mean that's the splash a fireball with the channel. Could be a little upside oriented, but and Sentinel. I think this is gonna be better in this theoretical deck than Dust Worm's gonna be. channeling for a Dustale Worm doesn't seem great. You still need, to be at 4 mana. And then it's just a 7/7 Trampler. Like, it's good, but if the opponent has a removal spell, you kind of far behind. I'd rather like naturally ramp into that with idols and like search for tomorrows. Hmm. I don't really love any of these cards, so I think I'm just gonna take the bounce land. Help set up a white splash if we do end up like just end up straight blue red. Don't love Splatter Thug, so I think I'm just gonna take the Tormenting Voice. I think if we do get something to combo with the channel, digging to it will be good. Oh, I think we take the Sign of Ugin to go with the channel. That I will do. 2 mana, 4/4 flyer. That I'm down for. Even better than a 3 mana 4/4 flyer that I have to cast something else to play. Yeah. I think I want to be green red. I don't think I realistically. I want to play with channel. I'm not gonna lie. I'm letting that. I don't know if this is the best play, but I don't think I could really realistically play Day of the Dragons and channel in the same deck. Not effectively, at least. Oh, that's a good card. But I think we're just gonna take that. And sure, an Earth Elemental, I guess. Like with a Hammerhand deck. So I guess we'll take another Spider. They're not really the best defensive creature. I'd rather have them in the sideboard, but. Not totally where I was hoping to be after pack 1, but. We have outs to powerful things. Heh. There's another X spell that's not quite what we're looking for. Got good cards for the mill deck that I want to be, that I'm not playing. We got Restoration Angel, which is good, but we actually have anything to do with it at the moment other than just be a Restoration Angel. So we are more likely to be able to flash it. Well, I guess we're not really playing the Chancery. Tormentor is fine, but again, not where we really are. So maybe, yeah, might be correct. Again, I'm not gonna say it's not probably correct to abandon the channel here, but that's just not what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the Talisman. Oh, this is interesting. I think Hero's Fate is exactly what this deck wants. Again, it's a Heat Ray, not a Fireball. I think Assault Formation is good in theory in this deck, but we haven't got the really cards for it. Like we haven't seen them coming around at all. To even say this is a big, I'd love to see it come back around, but I think, in the vacuum, we would rather just have the Hero's Bane. Search. Or do we just take another Scion? I feel like we're going to find another Scion. I'd rather have to search, I think. The Scions are going to go around. And then you can also talk me into Sizewallower. Because, man, if you've played with that card, it is fantastic. 6/6 flying trampler that, nobody can interact with. Sounds good to me. I think we just want the search, though, still. I think still think this is the answer. I will take either of these cards if they come around. I expect one of them will make it. I don't know how many people want big, goofy, really big flyers like that. Yeah, the life gain cards, but we're not in that deck this time. Or even trying to, even though we didn't really get there in the previous decks. Oh, we'll lead the Stampede. Not quite the best creature base yet, but probably would take Servant here. I'm not rolling in dragons. If I had, Salt Formation. I could take Hunt the Week, but I would have a lot of creatures that make that good. Probably the best card for my deck here still. And when I do get the big creatures out, they are gonna do the work. I wish I was dragons and I was doing this, but we didn't really get that. We didn't really find that. I think we'll take this. We do need some creatures. And it makes Heroes Bane a Trampler. And likely to end up with more +1/+1 counters. We've already got Hunt the Week, the first one. But I think I want the creature over the second one in such a creature-like deck so far. I think I just take this Vent Sentinel. I don't have the most defenders, but I've got a couple ways to ramp up to 4. And just getting down the Vent Sentinel as a blocker and just slowing down my opponent, I think is going to be valuable. At least would be better than. I think the Worm would also be fine, or the Elemental, but I think the Sentinel's going to be better. And any other walls we get have more upside too. Do I want the Rot Farm or do I want the Basilisk? I probably want the Rot Farm. Basilisk is fine. We've already got some decent 5 drops, 6 drops. It's not something we're super need to prioritize. Really want to play the Netcaster Spiders. I have. Ooh, there's a Dragon Egg. Guardian Idol is also good, but I think I want the Dragon Egg at this point. Another creature. I theoretically could get a combo here there with Hunt the Week. If we can find like a high toughness, low power creature. High power, low toughness. This doesn't seem great in our deck, so I guess we'll take a Nature's Claim. I don't really want to splash here either. Oh, there's the Basilisk I was considering before coming around. Well, not that Basilisk, but a Basilisk. I think this was the pick with where I said there was 2 of the big flyers, and I don't think either of them came around. Yeah, unfortunate. I'm not opposed to an offshoot here. Lead the Stampede is fine. We'll see how many creatures we end up with. I don't really want a Shimmering Grotto, so. You could theoretically find more dragons. Got two, right? Yeah. Hydra, Basilisk, Elemental, Beast, Rhino. Definitely not Ixalan. Definitely not tribal. I think we're doing all right. If being obviously a little optimistic, because this Day of the Dragons is still sitting here in my main deck, like it's ever gonna make this deck. Hey! Yeah, that works pretty well with channel. Yeah, I don't think there's really much of a question what we're taking here. What? I've only ever seen Omnixilis' Planeswalker form. What? This card's ridiculous. I missed that set. Uh, we're not really in black though. Still, nor do we have like the best way to uh splash for a two casting cost card. And I kind of just want to take Roshan Meanderer because she's a 4/4 for 4 who taps for 4 for the Genesis Hydra, or if we get any other X spells. Does make the heat raise better than we were kind of like we didn't really want because it wasn't a channel target before. Wall of Roots is good too, but I'm happy with the upside on the Meanderer. Uh I like Prodigical Pyromancer. I played this card quite a bit uh in Time Spiral block, but I think we want the Draconic War. We need to be able to, not die. We are non-zero to trigger the effect. I don't know. Maybe this gets there. Yeah. Okay, so first let's take a look at this assault formation. What do we got? Makes the spiders better. It makes the sentinels attackers. Theoretical attackers. Doesn't really hurt any of our creatures. We got lure. But I think given that we're already playing a handful of defenders, that's gonna make the lure worse because you can't lure with defend. Use the lure. With those kind of creatures, and we already have, in theory, a Saratok to give these big counter cards trample if we need it. So I want the assault formation. I think. Oh, Blade Wing. Oh, Ivy Elemental. I think we have to take this. Like, that's what we were looking for. I would like to take the Hoarding Dragon. That's a good card, but Ivy Elemental is where we want to be. Uh, I mean, at this point, we just take the bauble, right? I mean, maybe we. Yeah, I don't really want to play the Dragon Lord servers. I don't think I necessarily need 2 drops. think Bubble's gonna be fine to just uh cycle through into this deck. Play one less card basically. Oh man, I wish we were in blue. I'll admit it. Okay, when that happens, I'll admit it. I wish we were in blue. Oh, Timberland guy not bad, given that we already have the Ceratok. Could kind of use rando 2-drop just in case. Find it. Ooh, Mind Stone? Definitely take a Mind Stone. Like, it's getting 2 to 4 is pretty good for us. I don't really want anything else here. I guess I'll take the Growth Chamber. We may want the Mark. You know, we know we're not gonna go there, but we're not gonna go anywhere else there either. Ooh, the lure came around. I don't think we made it, but definitely not playing 2 of those spiders. That's the first answer I have. Is we're not playing 2 spiders. We're also not playing this Chancery. Also, I don't think we play the Garrison. It's a little more green. The green is definitely more essential. Um, and I don't think we want too many bounce lands. Well, I love bounce lands only because we have the Guardian Idol, the Mind Stone that we want to get out on time to get our 4-drops out on time. The Talisman. I don't want to. I think we do want the Garrison. I think I'm overthinking that one. Maybe we don't. Yeah, I don't really like the Garrison here. I'd rather just have the 2. What else do we have to cut here? Obviously, we're playing both of these. I mean, Bailoff is fine. I guess we don't really need a Basilisk. But it is good with the assault formation, right? I kind of like the Basilisk better than the Earth Elemental. Basilisk is going to trade with any Earth Elemental will trade with and survive. So, definitely prefer that. Don't really want the Tormenting Voice. When we take that, that was when we were still kind of open to maybe being red-blue. It kind of made more sense. Not exactly what we're looking for. Where we're trying to basically getting the same effect of replacing a card with itself. Like replacing a card with another card. By playing Bauble. Technically, the Stampede is fine, but I just don't know if that's what if we can cast it. I think we do want the Hunt the Weak just to have another way to kill something, and another way to put a counter is not bad. Do wish we had more things that cared about the counters besides the Ceratok, but and then one more cut. Can we just cut the spider? Because like this and this, we can kind of play lower if we have to. I think we're just gonna cut the spider. I think this is fine. I do think, even though we have this other acceleration, I still do think we want 17 here. Even with the bounce lands, even everything. Uh, do think it's a 10-7. I think it's the recommendation doesn't understand the man I'm getting there. Okay. Well, if nothing else, we're gonna get to do hopefully do some fun channel plays. If we get to channel on a Genesis Hydra, we are officially living the dream. Obviously, like that is the end all of where we would like to get to. But you know, would be nice to find a fireball or something. Oh, we'll do this though. I think given that I've got nothing in my hand that I'm going for, unless I draw something here, I think on turn one I suspend the Baloth over the search for tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, and the opponent is the aggro deck. Because that's the case, I'm going to play the Idol here. Because it gets me to 4 mana next turn, where I can play my Vent Sentinel. Who would love to see opponent have no turn 3 play? Man. I feel like people that play their land after combat do it just to make me sad. Just to get your opponent excited and take it away. I mean, I was tapped out. There was no strategic advantage to doing it that way. I'm just play the Vent Sentinel here. I could get more ramp things down, but I don't. Is that efficient? I don't think so. We're not getting anywhere with them right now. You have something you attack with both, right? Unless you've got like a way to do 2 damage now. I guess you're just getting like you're getting it back anyway. Do you also have a way to do 2 damage? No. Well, I mean, it did a thing. Well, it definitely did the thing. Maybe just suspend and make a Ceratok. And just keep blocking this event sentinel. I mean, opponent. Actually, okay. Technically, opponent's doing it right. You do it every turn, and so then it's not suspicious when you have the trick. But like, oh, there you go, the Mugov extract. That works. I like it. See that makes more sense. Doesn't make more sense, but that plays out more logically. Okay, that's pretty good. That's fine. I don't mind trading those. However, while opponent is tapped out, I'm going to kill this sustainer. Actually, I might not necessarily need to kill it. Kind of okay taking 4 from it here. Talisman kind of neutralizes one of that damage, gaining the life. I can hold on to the roar. I don't need to be super aggressive with my removal spell. So a creature in play threatening and a creature due to land. Next turn, I believe. Right? Yeah. See, there we go. Something I'm glad I held the Draconic Roar for. So hit it with the 5/5. Get ourselves a land. Well, not necessarily in that order. See where we draw. And then we would probably attack with Idle. No matter what. We're not blocking the blood gas with it. That makes no sense. So, attack. Opponent casting nothing there is a wee bit suspicious. I did look at that before I did it. There was definitely a scenario where my brain, I would have idly just tapped 2 forests when I needed the forests. That's not what happened. Oh, goodness. The Genesis Hydra and the Ivy Elemental. No. Okay, well. I'm not going to pretend like that doesn't hurt our chances. Oh, we were like a couple turns from the Genesis Hydra. It would have been sweet. Man, I'd have missed this card. I'd have to play against it. And man, is it sweet. Okay. Well. Swing in with the Basilisk. Later land, because that lets us hero Spain up. If we see the need to. Interesting concessions from our opponent. We can survive at least a turn. If you have just no more removal. But maybe you used your only, unconditional removal spell on the on the Bailoff, and you just lost. But still seems like an aggressive concession. You can concede aggressively. I mean, obviously you can. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're gonna actually. You know what? We're gonna bring in that Dragon Lord servant I was talking about as a possible sideboard card. And not to say I want to cut a land, but well, I did insist that I needed 17 after playing with. I know it was one hand, but yeah, Search for Tomorrow, 3 mana rocks, a bauble to cycle. I think we're just gonna cut a land, and I think that land is going to still be a forest. Oh, maybe it should have been a mountain. Cutting forest does make our channel into Genesis play a lot less likely to happen. So we're gonna keep this. Got a fine little combination of cards here. We got a Draconic Lure if we need it. Got channel if we draw something sweet. Oh, the Blinding Mage. Nice. Big card. Play the Idol now because we can't play anything else with it. But in theory, on a future turn, next turn if we play the Mind Stone, well, it depends if we play the Rot Form or not. We can make that decision then. But we can theoretically next turn play the Mind Stone and Draconic Roar because Mind Stone doesn't come into play tap like the Idol. I mean, I don't want to cast Draconic Roar. I guess I just play the Mountain and play the Mind Stone because that leaves up Guardian Idol as a blocker and Draconic Roar rather than getting the Rot Farm out. I don't really need to play the Assault Formation. That doesn't do anything for me. And I could bash with the Idol, but I'd rather leave up Draconic Roar. I'd rather have the flexibility of the Roar over getting the two damage traded away for 1 damage versus the life gain deck. Hey, at this point, I do just sack Mind Stone, right? I've got enough mana. Hey, that's pretty good. I'm just gonna do that now. Oh, that's good to know. Uh, rather just know now though than sit around and do it this turn to know the card on the next turn. I want to get my card before my next turn. I do know that. Opponent's going to bash at both because they're going to play the demon, because we know they have the demon, so that makes infinite sense to do so. We're going to roar it almost assuredly. Unless something else comes up. We're going to play Talisman. For this now. And then leave my mana for the other roar or to trigger Vent Sentinel. Got him. I'm not roaring the Rager. Better just to roar the Mage. I'm not super worried about either. Hey, that's pretty good. Do that. So we do this here. Do it like this. Hold on. This. Yeah, it's Death Touch. And he's debating using it, which he should. That's unfortunate. Do we care enough about the Vent Sentinel to save it? Because we could roar that. And we keep the Vent Sentinel. No. We don't have the week happen. I'm going to pass the turn. Opponent is, yep, likely going to play that there. Attack. We're going to animate. Opponent's going to respond by tapping. We're going to respond to that. I just killing the Blinding Mage. Want to play out the string all the way on that one. Who knows if opponent has a 6 drop or not, but get the mana out if we can get it. Definitely want this. We need 2 to activate the idol and 1 and 3 to even +1/+1 or +0/+1. So we can't search this turn. It's fine. We're really not in a rush. Oh no, we could have suspended it because we could have used the mana from Guardian Idol to pump itself. Block the Rager. Use the other thing that this card does. Opponent might not have read all the way down to that. Oh, what do they got here? That works. That'll do it. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. It's untapped land, right? Yeah, to put us in the battlefield, yeah. So we're gonna do that. Get another forest. Cast Hero's Bane. There's definitely a question of do we block with it this turn though. Probably not. We're not under that kind of duress. We want that because that lets us double activate Hero's Bane. Now, of course, Grizzly Spectacle does absolutely destroy us when we trigger this Hero's Bane like 3 times. But, you know, what are you going to do? See, now if opponent doesn't attack here, that's interesting. That means they had nothing last turn. They were just willing to take the straight bluff. Trying to ride the line between making it bigger and getting it too big and getting myself blown out by a spectacle. I'm gonna do it one more now. Because then if I draw thing that gives +1/+1, anything with +1/+1 counter on, I get trample. That's not it. But I do attack with Hero's Bane. Opponent has to block because it's a serious threat of lethal. And we're just going to hard cast this Baloth. If I don't draw a creature, do I attack with... Oh, okay, well, I think I just attack with both. If I didn't draw a creature, I might have left back the Baloth there, though. Like, the monk isn't the greatest threat, but I do have to at least respect the fact that if I, you know... If I do this, then he's got the flyer and the monk, and he has a pump spell. Like, I'm almost dead on one pump spell. Would probably need two, but gonna put the counter on himself because with no actual trampler here, there's no benefit to putting it on the Baloth. I'd rather have it on the guide. Well, yep, blood gas plus a trick would have done it. Still might do it. Depends on what opponent casts here. Whether or not they count the pristine talisman. Ayo. Oh, a dark steel axe. Jesus. See, if I didn't have a creature, I would have died. I mean, I still might die, but I definitely would have died if I didn't have a creature. Oh, no, I mean, I would have had the talisman life. I mean, it's kind of dark steel axe there. I mean, I block blood gas 100% of the time. I just cast this right now. If the opponent had Grizzly Spectacle, they would have cast it last turn and just won the game. Right? They had the mana. So, I'm not going to get Spectacled. At least not this turn. So, I can also just win the game. So, I'm going to go for the win the game. No, I don't channel. That is... Channeling would be so greedy. I can't. Like, I could, but then if I don't hit it, I just die to the spirit. Whereas, by just doing this, I feel pretty good. I guess that's what I want. Wait. Still probably just better. I mean, yes, Dragon Egg I can attack with. Definitely triggers. Oh, yeah, this shuffles back in. Why was I talking about getting milled down? I guess that puts the Timberland guy at risk if they do have any sort of other spell, but. Hey! Got him. Alright, that's a win number one. See if we can follow this up. Opponent was on aggro and said that's, I don't know if that's where we want to be in this format, despite where I started this format in the first two drafts. I was poisoned by Ixalan. I'm sorry. Oh, well, we're a lot of actual forests away from pulling this off, but I did go down to 16 land overall, and I think I should cut a mountain if I do. That's why I'm not sure if I should. Oh, that's pretty good. A Draconic Roar and 2 Vent Sentinels, we can go a long way. Can we just roar that? I think we wait a turn. Yeah, I think we're gonna roar that. Because we have no guarantee of drawing a land. Add to whatever. At least it gets us to Vent Sentinel. Could be worse. Could use some Varus though. Like 4 of them in a row would be nice. 3 of them. Ugh, that's not great. Well, I mean, we'll be able to block one of them with a untapped Vent Sentinel. And perhaps threaten a bit with the Hero's Bane? Yeah, we'll play Hero's Bane. That might encourage opponent to leave something back. Okay, opponent taps, gets renamed, gets renowned. Oh, that is brutal. Well, I guess it's not that bad. Oh, actually, no, that's pretty bad. Oh, no. We're in trouble. Might just have to Genesis Hydra. Hope we get something decent. Because basically we're in a spot right now where if we can play Event Sentinel, but whatever we block with it next turn, it just dies to the infantry veteran anyway. Cannot block anything and go down to 8. And if we're doing that, we should just attack with Hero's Bane. right now, knowing that we're not blocking anyway. So do we just, if we don't block, do we just die the next turn? Well, especially if we attack and don't for it. No. Ugly. Man, I wish I hadn't wasted that Draconic Roar on the Free Blade when he for that Blinding Mage. Man, who thought it was a good idea to save that 2 life? What an idiot. Whew. I actually have a lot of cards we could reveal with 3 or mana cost or less. We have to leave the Hero's Bane back, because if we attack with it, the opponent doesn't actually have to tap down our Vent Sentinel in order to be able to just attack in using the Infantry Veteran as his backup. So we're just going to pass, I guess, with the Vent Sentinel at play. Opponent will tap down Hero's Bane and attack, and we will severely question for a long time whether or not we're going to block. The Renown deck. Is this the aggro? Was I in the wrong colors? Opponent with no attacks? Okay. We're not going to be too mad about it. Bobble right now. Well, that's not going to be good for us. Oh. Well, hey. That's going to be a big game. Maybe. I don't know if it's going to be a big game in time. We might just be dead. We could really use a land. I think we just take that. Because if we do draw a land, we can get to a decent position. Well, at least on the ground. We actually have no way to deal with a flyer, though. Pew. I mean, I guess I could just hunt the week the infantry veteran. That's what does the best job of shutting down his current ground attack. We still are on a 4-turn clock from the flyer, but we're on like a 2-turn clock otherwise. Now opponent can't really attack. We can threaten pretty good blocks on the ground. In the sky is a whole different story. I'm obviously getting baited, but I can't figure out how. Moonglove extract? Oh, just wanted the lifelink. Yep. Well, that'll do us in on that one. We're not gonna be able to beat those flyers. Huh. The Deckcaster Spider stops the Stalwart even, but doesn't do anything about the Angelica Core tokens. It just they laugh at the dumb spider. I mean, Nature's Claim obviously gonna be good to destroy. You know, opponent's deck likely to have. Well, I don't know. What was white green? Is it gonna be that focused on that? It seemed kind of more aggro-y. I'm not trying to. I don't know if I want to play the Nature's Claim trying to stop that. Huh. Cut him out and play a spider. We never made that change to our main deck. That's why I'm cutting him out again. Just as a note. We'll keep that. Do we have a 2-drop? I don't think so. Nope. Okay, so we'll just rod farm it out. No biggie, no biggie. Yeah, we now don't really want to draw any more lands anytime soon. That's an important note. We're gonna forest because we only ever really need one mountain, and we've got it. But there is scenarios where we want 4 forests or 4 green sources. We could play Ivy Elemental on 3 here, which I probably would have done if I hadn't drawn the Basilisk. But because I did, I think I'm just gonna play the Talisman. Because the Basilisk just becomes a stop sign for the next turn, and we have Hunt the Week for if opponent draws another, has a Blinding Mage again. Or that. That'll do it. That could eat it too. I didn't tap the Talisman at the end of my opponent's last turn. God damn it. When I lose by 1 life, remember that. Well, that's maybe more of their deck than I thought. Or maybe they just do it again. So I play Hunt the Week. And I bash. Because I can play Dragon Egg. And if opponent wants to give me a flyer, I cool. Ooh, that's pretty good. And then in before combat, so the Basilisk has that trample, which is great with Death Touch. That is not good for opponent. It only saves them one life. Because of the Ceratok. And then we're going to play the Mind Stone. Probably draw a card at the end of opponent's turn. We shall see. Card is so sweet. I'm going to play with it a while. In that last cube? I don't know. That's fine. We can deal with that. Oh, okay. Well, so we're gonna attack with the Basilisk. See if we can't, how many of the opponent's creatures we can't catch. Oh, none. Okay. But how much life do we want to pay? I mean, I guess if we don't pay any life, it comes in as a 7/7, which is pretty good on its own. That's probably just best, right? How big do we need to make it? No, you're right. We need to make it at least a 10/10. At least a 10/10. We're gonna stop at 11/11. Yeah. So the main opponent can't use any of these other creatures I have. Next turn, I think I attack with the Ceratok too, because that's threatening lethal. All right. Unless opponent plays something to change up the math. Something like that. That might do it. Hmm. Hmm. Because my best bet is to attack with everything. If I don't attack with anything, opponent can start making uh, Angelica Core tokens every turn with Undercity Troll plus Infantry Veteran on the attack. And I do lose to that very shortly. So I think I have to attack. Is that my opponent's best block? I feel like they could have done better. Obviously, I should have played that land there. I was just really distracted. I haven't streamed in, I haven't recorded in a week, and it's like frying my brain right now to be playing Magic and talking when having not done either for a week. Opponent can't regenerate. Can set it up so I trade the Bailoff either. Whoever's have to trade the Bailoff for the Angel if I attack with it. If they block with the Angel and the non plus Undercity Troll, which they can do if I don't attack with the Ceratok. If I attack with the Ceratok, they have to put the life linked Undercity Troll away. I don't like where that leaves me though. I think I just pass. Now the infantry veteran on the board, opponent doesn't have a way to say I could definitely make a token every turn aggressively. So I'm not like that other situation. I had to just swing because it was going to be bad otherwise. And here I have a lot of not a lot of, but a handful of pretty good outs. All formation does a lot of work here. Throw my trampler. Also, if I just find a Draconic Roar, I can just win. Right? I don't just win. Oh no, I do. It's have the dragon. Now we're in trouble. Unless opponent keeps outlasted it. I mean, yep. Opponent attack with Battle Priest. That's bad for us. That lifelink is going to be a problem. The Balos is bigger and can block this troll, but the Ceratok is more valuable to an actual state where we win the game, which is very rare at this moment, but it's likely looking like, what's it called off the top? Genesis Hydra. Could do decent work if we draw another. Well, Hero's Bane, not bad. In that same token, if we get, I don't know if we survive this turn though. I think we just die, right? Opponent attacks with everything. Take 8 in the sky. Block 3 things on the ground, right? Hero's Bane isn't such a surprise that I'm not gonna. Ugh. Alright. I'm not missing anything, am I only get up to 11. If I tap the talisman the one time, I only get up to 12. Eh, you know. I felt like that one could have definitely gone our way. Probably just exiling that Ivy Elemental the turn after we made it was kind of pretty big, just kicking our nuts on the Genesis wave on the channel play. It definitely kind of hurt my nuts. Keep this. We do need to find a red source of mana, but hey, see. Oh, we still play Growth Chamber here, obviously. Nothing to cast onto. Other than the world's worst Ivy Elemental. We just go right to Talisman. Red Sentinel here, I guess. The reason Ivy Elemental to like, good and ready. And we have Sign of Ugin next turn, so not super worried about the Stalwart Haven at the moment. Even as like one of the only defenders, Fence Sentinel would just be like a house and a half in Ixalan, right? Right? It would just say no to aggro. Like, are there any 2/4s? And I'm just like not saying. I guess it's the 2/5 that we're not playing. The Deepwater Sentries or whatever they are. The Merfolk. So maybe it wouldn't be that great. Oh, did we really just give swords to plowshares? Ah, that one hurts. I don't know if you know, but that card is pretty good, as Mr. David might say. Ew, that card is delicious and kicking our butts. I mean, I guess we just make the heroes bane, right? I really should be just tapping the Prestige Talisman while I'm paying for these mana costs. I don't know why I'm tapping so poorly. I would like to blame it on not playing a lot of Magic for week and only watching, but I mean, that's just basic stuff right there. I can't even blame that. That's just me being bad. I mean, opponent is a master components. They've got to have a good hand. I don't expect the hero's bane to last long on the battlefield. Yeah, I guess we can't hunt the weak that, huh? Oh my goodness. I guess we can. I mean, we could just hunt the weekend right now, straight up with the hero's bane, and then he just gets a vent sentinel. That's like our best outcome, right? Any other outcome involves him getting like like I power up the hero's bane and attack. He just blocks and gets the 8/8 hero's bane. We don't want that to happen. But this way we control what creature he could get from us while still getting rid of the Kega and not just dying to the 5/5, smacking us. Like, 'cause we're dead in 2.5, two and anything else of a turn from there. Really, Dragon Egg right now doesn't do anything, but I wasn't playing an Ivy Elemental on 4 mana. Really? Well then, it's a pretty good card, huh? Netcaster Spider still feels very good against those goofy Avens. Greater Basilisk feels bad against his deck. Did see ground creatures, I needed a big butted Death Toucher to stop. Oh, yeah, I guess we keep that. I can't really pass up the 2-mana rocks. We explained the logic for doing it that way last time. Land draw is not bad there. Let's play Mind Stone and cast the Search. And we only really need 1 red. So getting up to 4 green for our super sweet combo that we still haven't got to really trigger is where we're at. Still haven't seen Roshin Meander. He would have been good, like, it's just a good card. It's just a 4/4. For 4. You know, not getting the X triggers. Which are Frantic Decent Shadow? Well, there's the channel. I just make the Timberland guide. And I could Draconic Roar. I could hunt I could have hunted the week, but I don't think that was good. Opponent can tap the Timberland guide and attack with Frost Links if they want to trade the links for the Guardian Idol, or offer that trade at least. But if they don't play a 4th mana, that doesn't seem like a very valid use of their turn. And if an opponent does that, do we cash in the Mind Stone? Or given that we're losing the idol, do we hold on to it? Because we can still cash it in with the activated idol. Opponent could, just do anything. And that would be appreciated. Well, hoping to not see a land, but that's already not a good sign. Oh, that's definitely not a good sign. I guess we'll be blocking anytime soon. That means we definitely make this Frostlings trade if opponent offers it. Yeah. Basically because we need to be doing something. Well, definitely not channeling for Sign of Ugin because it feels very bad on 5 mana. I guess I roar one of these mages here. I can hunt the weak the other one the following turn. Probably with the spider to make it a more resilient blocker for future flyers. I am willing to take 1 mana or 1 damage from it though to see if there's something else I want to Draconic Roar here. No, I don't want to draw that. Because once I hunt the weak the other blinding mage with the spider blocks that, no problemo. Or just the Sign of Ugin that I play at some point. If I play a Sign of Ugin, opponent can still get in for 3, but I think that's okay. Unless they have another removal spell. I'm always a little thrown off when I see an illusion that's not like doesn't have the illusion trigger. If you target it, it'll blink away. Opponent doing nothing there is kind of worrisome. With that much mana, they definitely could have had a spell they could play. But can I mean, I guess I get to sit back. Opponent could theoretically tap both my Spider and my Scion to get in for 3 next turn. But if they do that, that's fine. Well, they don't have like a flash creature here. I can't. Is there any? I feel like there's gotta be something in the format I'm not thinking of. Seeker of the Way, okay. The opponent didn't attack there. We're gonna try for it. And we're gonna get repealed. We should have cast it on the Scion. This makes the spider more resilient to the monster, but ah. Well, I guess that's better. Well, not better. I mean, I guess it just works out better rather than going the other way. Putting it in with something for 3 damage next turn. With protection from green from the rebound. Couldn't do anything about that, obviously. Oh. Woohoo. Brutal. The Netcaster Spider can't even block it. And these Landros are just in the nabs. This channel has just sat in our head in half of these games. No good target. And, oof. Opponent taps down Spider, attacks with their flyers. We can't really do much in response. We can attack back with Ugin next turn. It doesn't really do much. Then they just pass through a turn and then tap down our flyers again. And we lose. Unless they're afraid of this last card we have in hand. I mean, that's theoretically possible, but I wouldn't be. You got the Seeker, you got the Frostlings, the clock off the ground. You got plenty of life there. Go for the Gusto, buddy. You got me. Come on, opponent. Got this, bud. There it is. Smack me with the flyers. I can't attack because then I just die to the Jin. So I just have to chump it next turn anyway. Oh. Opponent had the repeal or drew the repeal. Either way, we're dead. Yep. I thought the deck was pretty good. I mean, it was kind of unfortunate we ran into uh like decks featuring flyers in rounds 2 and 3. Admittedly, that well, I mean, yeah, no, it was the flying part of the Angelic Accord. Like, while that white green was kind of life gainy flyery, it was the flyer part that we couldn't stop there of the Angelic Accords, and the flyers in that last one were too much for us, and that was definitely our worst matchup with white flyers, because we were green. We were, kind of dorky ground blockers. We could clog the ground all day and make a really big ground creatures, but we didn't have any real way to deal with the flyers. So, yeah, it happens. Either way, I still had a great time because Iconic Masters is a blast. I forgot how fun Magic could be. It just makes me want to, snap off and play again, even though it's late and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get you guys probably with another one tomorrow morning when I'm a little more active for you. But until then, be iconic, master your domain, and have a great life, folks.